All right, welcome to the course. This course, we're going to be breaking down content. We're going to be looking at the why, the how, and then kind of getting into some monetization, growing your brand. There's a link down below to a Google Doc, or depending on where you're seeing this, the Google Doc will be all the days in one document. You should make a copy of that and take some notes. All right. So if this is the first time you're seeing me, my name is Chris. I'm a teacher. It took me 3 years to make consistent money online. Now I wake up to commissions every single day and I help others do the same. So today we're going to be looking at why. I kind of just told you, but money, essentially, right? If you're interested, creating a personal brand. So old advertising is dead. Brands are starting to pay normal content creators a lot of money. Again, I have made more than my teaching salary through the largest online retailer in the world. 72% of millennials look at social media before buying something. I always used to, if I was making a big purchase, Miter saw or anything like that, I would type into YouTube, right? Well, now that's starting to take over into other social media places, which we will get to in a couple of days. So, but social media is where people are looking for information before they buy a product. All of the kind of stats that I put are going to be linked down below. I'm not just coming up with these. So there are people being paid $500 to $5,000 per ad, normal, everyday people. I personally know a couple of them. I know someone made $3,000 the last month just on ads, right? Some of those are going to be per ad. Others are going to be based on kind of reach. So it kind of depends. That's going to be more UGC, which we'll get into a little bit as well. You do need 50,000 followers to do this. You can get 50,000 followers fairly quickly, and we're going to be looking at the how later. So, and then kind of what I do, my favorite thing is the largest retailers are paying people to do reviews. I get paid by one of those large retailers, and there are many other companies that will be following suit. Some are in beta mode, some have talked about it, some are already doing it. So, all right, why you need to create content, because you are not unique. I hate to say that. What I mean by this is there are people that are interested in what you are interested in. Okay. Find your niche. Find something that you are passionate about, that you're semi-knowledgeable about, that you can talk about quite a bit. All right. We're going to be going through some different niches and some examples, and we're going to be consuming content like creators. I'll show you what I mean by that here in a minute. There are so many different niches you can do. There's people making money online in every single space. You want to offer knowledge, okay? Things many people don't know. I'm going to give you some examples in a little bit, but you want to create a personal brand. That's something that no one can take away from you, right? Here are some examples. There's going to be examples listed below in that doc, and links to people's TikToks that we're going to look at here in a minute. So take a look at those. Think about what you might be interested in. Oh, we're going to look at some of these. Oops, sorry. All right. So let's look at a couple of these. Okay. So again, I have some examples listed in that Google Doc that I gave you. Here are some of these examples. So for cooking, this guy right here, he is from Flint. He started out cooking healthy meals. He lost a bunch of weight. He got onto the Food Network. He has 6.5 million views. He was on Chopped. He won Chopped. They had like a special social media Chopped show, and he won that. So there was a couple other people. He has cookbooks out now. So then there is this chef as well. He does a lot of duets, which means right here, he's going to kind of look at this and talk over it. Sometimes it's with professional chefs and he'll talk about how good it is. Sometimes it's with people and he talks about how terrible it is, right? His content is super entertaining. He got to deal with Hyundai. Where is it? There he's with Benny Blanco, the artist. You got to deal with Hyundai. I cannot find it. This might be it right here. This is a deal with Hyundai. And then he goes and picks up this cake. So him and this other creator, sorry, this French pastry chef, they both got kind of a brand deal with Hyundai to work together. That guy made the cake, and the chef reactions guy goes and picks it up. You got to deal with Hyundai. Go through a couple of more. You could niche this down. So I personally like this guy was also on the Food Network, or I'm sorry, not the Food Network, Fox, I think. Next Level Chef. He started with barbecue. He pretty much just does barbecue, right? So you can niche down from cooking, and then you could niche down even more. This is just sourdough. 167,000 followers, just sourdough. I mean, that's beautiful. I don't really like sourdough that much, but that's awesome. So she just does sourdough. She has monetized her content. I know someone in a group that I'm in, and she is selling sourdough starters. So let's look at some technology. This guy's another group that I'm in. 1.5 million views. He has a lot of deals with different iPhone kind of accessories, and he does a lot, or I guess technology accessories, not just iPhone. But he has a lot of iPhone tips and security stuff, and yeah, he's awesome. So 1.5 million followers, crazy. Let's go. This person, again, kind of niching down. This is just Google and Excel, or Google Sheets and Excel. 5.6 million views. I guarantee you, she has put every single thing that she knows how to do in a TikTok. Not every single thing she knows how to do, but everything in a TikTok. And she has a course in here. And I bet someone could look through this, but someone wants to buy that course because it's all in one place. So she's giving out knowledge, and she has 5.5 million views, or 5.5 million followers. Sorry. I love the lawn. Let's go into fitness. Sorry, first. So kind of niching down again. This is a teacher, and she does teaching and fitness. So kind of putting those two together. So niching down a little bit, and then she does some lifestyle vlogs as well. This guy niched down, and instead of just fitness, he does more. Oh, what? I like this guy a lot. Why isn't it showing up? He does a lot of like stretching and basic movements, like kind of like some knees over toes type stuff, but not really lifting weights. Fit Movement by David. I'll have to find him and see if I can update that link. This guy's awesome. I love lawns. I was on Lawn Talk for a lawn talk for a long time. He has 1.4 million followers. He has deals with lawn mower companies and accessories as well. He has a golf course in his backyard, but there are people without golf courses in their backyard in the lawn niche that have a bunch of followers as well. He talks about fertilizers, lawn leveling here, gas cans, just again, offering knowledge, right? Let's get rid of some of these tabs and I will show you some more. Again, I want you to kind of look at these as creators, things that you're interested in. I don't want you to copy them. I want you to be yourself, because that's how you're going to attract an audience, right? I'm a teacher. So we just looked at one teacher, but here are a couple more. So she does a lot of like lifestyle vlogs and kind of fashion type stuff. Again, niching stuff up or down. This guy does a lot of teaching content, but also a lot of funny stuff too, a lot of comedy. Okay. So he's awesome. Car Guru. Okay. There are so many different. I'll go back to DIYs here in a second. There are so many different options for all of these categories. Okay. So let's look at the car guru. All right. This person, he looks at a car and this is what he does. And he has like 30,000 followers. So he'll look at a car, he has a green screen behind him. He'll give it a grade based on how much it costs in 5 years. So how much it depreciates, all that stuff. And then he'll give it a grade. 30,000 followers. I like this. I look at his stuff a lot because I'm kind of looking for a new car. Excuse me. Right. You could go another car. One is this mobile mama. She looks at cars and kind of as a mom, right? She's going to look at what the car seat fits in the back seat. Her husband's like 6'3", so she'll put him in front of the car seat and see how much room he has, and then she'll put a stroller in every single trunk, pretty sure, and see how that fits. She has 1 million followers, and now she's going to. There's one. She was like, she did a tank. It wasn't an actual tank, but it was basically a bulletproof, like huge. Here she is in a pontoon. Bulletproof, huge. This right here.
Mama, let's talk about the powerful features on the Brake Body Vengeance on body armor, and so is this vehicle.
Body armored vehicle. What else do we have? This guy, I think he does, yeah, he has a lot of videos of kind of how to negotiate with dealers. So you can niche up or down in these different categories, these different niches, right? This guy is kind of like a dad advice, but it's more just a lot of homeowner advice. He has deals with WD-40, I'm pretty sure. He has 2.5 million followers, almost 2.7, and he just does a bunch of stuff around the house. He has some pool stuff going on. He has some car stuff going on. Get rid of bugs around the house, building, how to get rid of ants in your yard, just a bunch of tips and tricks kind of around the house, right? So there's a good DIYer, and then obviously you just kind of have your more traditional DIYers and woodworkers that will show before and afters. 43 million followers. I couldn't find them, but there was one couple newlywed. Gosh, I can't think of it. I'll try to link it below, but they have a deal with Ryobi. Stay-at-home moms, a lot of tips, a lot of tricks, a lot of lifestyle vlogs, mom hacks here. You could do a stay-at-home dad also, 638,000 followers. Crazy. She's got a link tree. She is monetizing that content. Going to dads. This guy is similar to Gator. He does a lot of tricks around the house, or tips, sorry, around the house, pressure washing, changing a doorknob. He has one video how to jumpstart a car. He has a deal with Cup Cadet, by the way, the lawnmower company. He has a deal, or he has a video on how to jumpstart a car that has like 16 million views. I don't mean to be rude to anybody, but I didn't think there were many people who didn't know how to jumpstart a car. Okay, you should know that. All right. But there are people who obviously didn't have those dads, parents, uncles around that taught him how to do that, right? Moms. My mom made sure I knew how to jumpstart a car and change a tire right after I got my license, before I could go anywhere. This guy, he started just making drinks. He has a bourbon. He has 2.8 million followers. He started just making drinks, and now he has a bourbon, and now he does a lot of kind of uh some dad advice too, right? He'll talk about how to tie a tie, how to, there's a lot of drink stuff still, but that's the majority of his content. But here you go. How to wear a dress shirt properly. Okay, so he has a lot of content, kind of dad type content as well. But again, he started with just making drinks. So offering knowledge, like I said. Lifestyle and vlog. These guys, both these guys are hilarious. If you're funny, embrace that. I don't know what's going on with my stuff. There we go. He was invited to the MLB All-Star game. He has an ad with Puma, I believe. He is funny, content creator. That's not funny. Michigan. Nope. But yeah, he's awesome, right? Same with, where to go? Sorry. This guy started with cooking, and now he does a little bit more lifestyle type stuff, some vlogs, but he does a lot of cooking stuff. Now he does a lot of like going out to eat. He's in Michigan as well. But yeah, so you can do that. Sports. This girl's awesome. She works with Fox Sports now. She just started making kind of funny content, posing like pretending she was other people's she was NFL quarterbacks, right? So she would have a video of her being Aaron Rodgers making jokes, and then her being Dak Prescott making jokes, right? That's how she started. She works with Fox now. This guy just has fantasy football advice, 172,000 followers. You can monetize, you can get followers. Again, you are not unique. All right. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm saying you are not unique. You can do nostalgia, right? Guess this song, guess the movie, just kind of posting stuff. You do want to show your face in this content, okay? I want you guys to kind of consume some of this content as creators, and I'm going to show you how to do that here soon. There are so many other niches that I don't have listed, guys and girls. Sorry. This person has followers, and all he does is talk about different coins. 55,000 followers, what to look for, why this coin is special, why this coin might be worth $500 and you should look for it. Okay. So many other niches down here. All right. Here's what I want you to do. Sorry. I want you to look at some of this content, and I want you to notice what they have in common. What kind of the most popular videos have in common. Here's what I'm going to guess they have in common. A video structure. They're going to have a hook. They're going to have some value or a story. And then a lot of the times they're going to have a call to action. Some of those big creators don't really need to have as much of a call to action anymore, but a lot of these creators are going to have a call to action. You want a call to action as a creator. You're telling your audience what to do. All right. And then Easter eggs we'll get into a little bit later, but that's going to be something weird that might keep the audience guessing or asking questions or comments, right? That's going to be something like if I open up the fridge, if I'm cooking, I open up the fridge and then I have I don't know, a Nerf gun in the fridge, something crazy like that, right? Then you get a bunch of comments, why is there a Nerf gun in the fridge? Or if I open up a cabinet and I have a tub of sour cream, something weird like that. Someone in my group, Jason, he will sometimes put an eggplant behind him in his content. Gets the comments going, right? If you get the comments going, the algorithm will push it out to more people. because people are engaging with your content. That's why you want to call to action. So here's your homework tonight. All right. Short day today. Want you to take at least 30 minutes to consume some content, hopefully more, and look for a niche you're thinking about doing. Look for something you are interested in, something you can talk about, something you will not get sick of. I did not put make money online in here just because I don't want you to think that's what you need to be in. You can, obviously. I'm going to tell you right now, it is challenging if you're a beginner. Obviously, you can try it. I'm going to teach you some things here in terms of funnel building and websites and stuff like that. But it's challenging if you're a beginner because you need to offer knowledge, right? There's so many people on the make money online space that will just say, I made $1 million selling feed picks. They didn't make anything selling feed picks. They're selling a course and that's all they're selling. And then they'll tell you they're selling some website, but it just goes through the course. They're not doing anything. They're giving us a bad rap. And don't do that. If you're going to do that, then don't watch my videos. All right. I don't teach that. Don't do that. So, anyways, sorry to go off tangent and get on my high horse, but you can do the make money online niche. It's just challenging. And I also don't want you to feel kind of penciled in to that niche, right? You can monetize any of that any niche like I just showed you. Excuse me, sorry. So that's your homework tonight. Consume content like a creator, at least 30 minutes, hopefully more. I want you to write down some ideas for your niche and write down some ideas for some videos. Okay. That's your homework tonight. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about how. Go ahead and pause this video if you're, depending on what platform you are on. See you tomorrow. Welcome back to day 2. Today we're looking at how you can create good content. If you create good content, you're going to grow your brand faster. If you grow your brand faster, you can monetize faster. So that's why we need to do this, right? So today we're looking at the how. Hopefully you got some ideas last night. Hopefully you did your homework. I'm a teacher. So you better have done your homework, right? So looking at the how to create good content. Here is a great structure. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, right? You want to hook your audience. I look at this, again, I'm a teacher. I look at this as a 5-paragraph essay, okay? Your hook is your introduction. I teach 5th grade. You got this. Your hook's your introduction, okay? Then you're going to have your 3 body paragraphs. This is the main meat of your story, your value in your story. It's the meat and potatoes of your story, all right? You want to keep your audience engaged here. I'm going to teach you how to do that. If you keep them engaged, they'll watch more. If they watch more, then the algorithm will push it out. And then you want a call to action. That's going to be your conclusion. And you're telling your audience what to do. If you tell your audience what to do, there's a better possibility of them doing it. And depending on what that call to action is, again, you're going to push your content to more people because the algorithm will, and you'll grow your brand faster. You'll be able to monetize faster, right? Easter eggs, we talked a little bit about that yesterday. I'll give you some more examples today, but that's going to be something kind of out of the ordinary that people are going to comment on, maybe, right? Or they'll be like, what is that? I had that when I was 5. Maybe I'll be playing a Game Boy Color, Pokemon, Blue Edition. Got it. So here are some examples of hooks. There's going to be more in that document that you should have already copied. So go ahead and read a couple of those. All right. I like to go negative here a little bit. So here's what I mean by that. If I was doing something around nutrition, I might say, instead of saying 10 things to eat if you have diabetes or high blood pressure or want to lose weight or anything like that, I might say 10 things to avoid. Okay. because those are a lot easier than 10 things to eat. 10 things to avoid if you have diabetes. 10 things to avoid as a first-year teacher. 10 things to avoid as a new homeowner. 10 things to avoid if you're shopping for a new car. You can adjust these to any niche, all right? Any niche at all. So some other ones I bet you didn't know. I can't believe. Here's why make money online niche sex. I told you about this yesterday because people talk about stuff they don't do. The number one mistake when buying a house. The number one mistake when starting a new career, looking for a new career. A bunch of people on here do kind of like headhunter type stuff, right? So get your thumbs off my face and watch. I kind of like that one. There's a chef that I linked to down below. Swears a lot, but he's funny and he does that. So again, there's more listed below. Take a couple of those and create them in your niche. Make them applicable to your niche, right? To your content. Then again, you want your value in your story. This is the meat and potatoes of your essay, your content, right? You want to keep them engaged, okay? Keep them engaged, be animated. This is hard for me to do. I've been told for 10 years as a teacher that I'm very monotone. I just tell it how it is. Principals tell me, the 3 principals that I've had have all told me that, even going back to student teaching, they've all told me that. But then now by November, all the kids are engaged, paying attention, but they know me. The audience that is watching you isn't necessarily going to know you at first. So you want to keep them engaged, right? You want to be animated. You want to still be yourself, but you want to be animated. You want to kind of feel silly when you're creating content, okay? And don't feel weird about that. It's cool. Feel silly. So here are some, again, examples of, excuse me, what to do here. The meat and potatoes. You want to show, not tell. It's like a 5th grade essay, right? I don't want to say, hey, here's how you change the lock on a door. You take the old lock out with a screwdriver, you put the new lock in, and boom, done. No, show them exactly what to do. Keep your audience watching. So there's a geocache video, and he'll type something in, and then I want to keep watching because I want to know what he's about to open, right? So keep your audience watching, bring the energy. Again, feel silly, but still be yourself. And then those Easter eggs will keep people engaged too, right? Having something behind you that's crazy. I don't know. Have a Christmas tree behind you in July. I don't know, right? Keep them engaged. Bunch of different options for Easter eggs. Think about you and how you want to kind of showcase yourself, because again, you're building a personal brand. That's the easiest way to monetize, and that's the way that your audience will start to like you. And then there's more options again for the value and story down below. And then a call to action. You want to tell your audience what to do. If you don't tell them what to do, they might not do it, right? A lot of people just scroll. So if you tell them what to do, they're more likely to do it. If people follow you, if people comment, if people save, if people like, then your content is looked at as more engaging, and the platforms are going to push that out to more people. Okay. So here are some examples of call to action. You're going to want to save this, comment what you think about this. If you're doing food, comment when you try this, comment what you would change about this. Cars, comment what is your favorite car, comment what you want to see next. There's a guy, Real Life DIY, I linked his stuff below. He blew up because he was finishing his basement, and every single day he would, so let's say he was installing a door, right? He would film himself installing the door, or framing out the door, I guess. And then he would say, I'm installing this door tomorrow. What color should I paint it? Comment below. Okay, he blew up. Every day he posted a video about him finishing his basement. If this was helpful, follow for more. Share with someone who needs to hear this. Share with someone who is going to hate this, share with, I don't know. Yeah, just your call to action. You need that. All right. Great way to structure a video is to have two call to actions. Okay. So a hook, call to action, value your story, another call to action, and then again, those Easter eggs. You don't need an Easter egg in every video, but they do keep people engaged. So here's an example if you're in kind of the cooking category. And again, I want you to adjust this to whatever niche you are in. So let's say 10 things to avoid, or I guess nutrition, 10 things to avoid if you're diabetic. You're going to want to save this one for later. Hook, call to action, my value and story. Here are the 10 things to avoid. Keep them engaged, be entertaining. Call to action, what else would you avoid? Boom. There's your video. Okay. Keep them engaged, but you have two call to actions in there. So hopefully people do two, but chances are they're going to do at least one. And again, more engaging content, it's going to be spread to more people. All right. Adjust that to your niche. Okay. Adjust that to your niche. Two call to actions is a great way. You don't need this every time. I don't have this every time. But it is probably the most engaging, right? So we looked at these a little bit yesterday, different video types. So normal videos, I would classify that as kind of someone changing a lock, someone cooking, right? A talking head, gosh, sorry, I should say talking head, that's my bad. Talking head is kind of what I do, what I'm doing right now, right? I'm just sharing knowledge with you guys, and that's good. That is visually appealing maybe, but that's still good, right? So let me pull up one guy real quick. I'm gonna show you two things. Where's he at? Sorry. I would say this guy is a talking head, right? Just like me. He has 826,000 followers. He talks a lot about how terrible Peppa Pig is. He talks a lot about kind of content that kids should be consuming and just kind of tips for dads, right? That's his content, dads who try. That is his content. Again, 860,000 followers. And stitches are right here. That's going to be you watch like 5 seconds of someone's video and you can react, or you could yeah, basically you're going to be reacting to those 5 seconds, or you could say, hey, go watch the rest of this video, but this guy is speaking the truth, right? He talks about how the housing market is in shambles right now. Gosh, where is the guy who only does stitches? Where's he at? There we go. Sorry. This guy only does stitches for the most part. Okay. So you'll watch 5 seconds of a video.
What? No way. Fuck's sake. Someone commented on this last video and said, hey.
And then he will test that out. And that's what he does. That's pretty much all of his content, right? All of his content is stitches. Duets, that was what we were kind of talking about yesterday. The chef reacts. See if I still have that up. So he'll be side by side and he can react and talk about kind of how good or terrible the dish is, right? Where's he at? So sorry. I should have had these up. That's my bad. This is a duet right here.
Easy breakfast casserole.
Casserole, but without the C. Nothing good performance.
So he is going to talk over that video, react to it, and then he will rate it. Again, he does some professional chefs where he talks about how good they are, and then he does some home chefs where he talks about how good they are, and then he does some home chefs where he's like, yeah, that's terrible. I would try it, but that is absolutely terrible. So and then the last one would be a green screen. That's going to be where you have something behind you. Okay, so you can use this. Kind of talked about it yesterday again. That guy who did the car grades, he would have the grades that he put out behind him. That's going to be kind of like a green screen. So those are the different video types. You should kind of have a little bit of each one, a little bit, just to kind of keep your audience engaged depending on your niche. But it's good to mix it up a little bit. Or if something works with you, like that guy, he has, I don't know, 6 million followers, the What No Way guy, he just does stitches. So find out what works for you. Same thing with all of these, right? Same thing with the call to action, or I'm sorry, the hook. There's a chef on here. What's her name? Gosh, I can't think of it. She says like spaghetti and meatballs. Let's get into it. That's her hook every single time. And her Easter egg is a different hat every single time. She's awesome. I have her linked below. I can't remember her name. I'll tell you. But yeah. So we talked a little bit about this yesterday, but descriptions and hashtags, right? People are searching on YouTube for stuff. Now people are doing the same thing on TikTok. It's going to be a search engine. It is a search engine, right? So you want to use your descriptions and hashtags effectively, I guess I would say. That will help you grow your audience faster, right? If I'm creating content on making money online, or how to create a funnel, or how to create a website, or whatever, I don't want to do hashtag teachers of TikTok, because chances are a lot of teachers of TikTok are not looking for my type of content, right? So I also want a description of maybe how to create a funnel. So then if someone goes into the search bar and types in create a funnel, I might be one of those videos that pops up. So you want to use descriptions and hashtags to help grow your audience. And also, that's another way to kind of get views later, right? So we're going to stay on TikTok for kind of this land because I think that's the easiest way to grow. We'll talk about Instagram and YouTube kind of tomorrow, but that's the easiest way to grow. Gosh, what was I getting at? So sorry. So someone could search something that TikTok is going to push your content out for, I don't know, a couple of days, a week, whatever. I have a video that might be at 1 million views, and they're still pushing it out as a month ago. But most videos are going to last for 1 to 3 days for the most part, right? So what's different here is if I have a video on how to create a funnel and someone searches create a funnel, that might show up for them a year later. So again, good way to grow your audience and use hashtags that are relevant to your content. Okay. Here's your homework. Start a social media account. TikTok would be, in my opinion, the easiest way to grow. If you want to do something else, that's cool. Post a video. Use that framework that we talked about. Try to bank up a few videos, or at least write down some ideas that you have. Okay. I have all these ideas for videos. Write down some ideas for videos. Create one, post one. If you want to post more than one, that's awesome. Post one, at least one. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at some monetization and growing other socials. See you tomorrow. Do your homework. All right, welcome to day 3. Today we're going to get into some monetization through some online marketplaces. And then we're also going to look at repurposing your videos so that you do not have to post them everywhere. and you'll grow your audience faster, right? So the easiest way to start monetizing online, start making money online is through online marketplaces. Here is a list of the online marketplaces, right? So my favorite is probably Fiverr. You'll create a gig, and I'll show you kind of how to do that here in a minute. You'll create a gig, they'll start at $5. You can go all the way up. You can create multiple gigs. You can create a gig and have different sales points, right? So if you said something like website design, then you could say one website for $10. You should charge more than that if you're good. Or I don't know, like one page for $10, or you could say kind of your whole system for, I've seen people charge up to $5,000 now. On all of these, here, I'll pull up Fiverr. On all of these, you're going to kind of get a rating here. So let me get rid of that. What's happening here? All right. So, all right. So here's Fiverr. You can pretty much do anything on here. I would recommend you look at these different online marketplaces and maybe just Google online marketplaces for your niche. And you can also do stuff outside of your niche too, right? So I could, even though my niche is kind of making money online, right? If I was a great cook, I could post something on Fiverr as a cookbook. So there are tons of different cookbooks. Again, as you can see, you'll get a rating. So what I would recommend doing is kind of starting at a lower price point until you build up your rating. Then you can start to charge more as you kind of build up your rating, right? So again, you could do this inside your niche or outside of your niche. You could have woodworking plans, anything like that. And then another one is obviously your personal online store. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to create a website and funnel and kind of the differences there. But I would recommend looking at these and again, looking kind of for things that you could do inside your niche, or again, you could go outside your niche and start charging, start making money online. I know people making $5,000 a month just through Fiverr. So another thing is you can get these clients. So let's say if you had a website building service, right? You would get these clients through Fiverr. Fiverr takes 20%, and then you could potentially take them off Fiverr if you had them like on a retainer type thing, right? If that makes sense. So look at these different online marketplaces and some more. And then again, look for your niche. There are so many different things here, right? So teaching, there's tutoring, there's teaching guides, there's like resume help, all this different stuff on here. So here is Udemy. This is going to be online courses. Here's cooking stuff. You could do woodworking again. You could do, I don't know, a bunch of different stuff. So look in here, look for things that you think you're an expert at, right? All right. Good. Now we're going to look at repurposing your socials. So the reason we're going to repurpose our socials is so we grow our brand faster. So if I post something to TikTok, it will automatically go to Instagram and Facebook, and I just have to hit a button for it to go to YouTube. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a minute. That's called repurpose.io. To get it to go to Instagram, you do need a Facebook business page. My Facebook business page is absolutely nothing. It's just so I can post short form content. That's really all it is. And it could link to, mine links to my Facebook group, but you do have to create a Facebook business page. One thing I want to stress, and I don't know if I stressed it enough kind of on the first and second day, is don't worry about people seeing you. All right. Do not worry about what other people think. Don't worry about anything. Again, times are changing. This is the way to create a brand. This is the way to make money online. People saw my TikToks for 2 years. They'd be like, hey, do you make money? I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm trying, blah, 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 right? Now when people ask me if I make money, I say yes. I don't necessarily tell them how much because it's kind of crazy. I've doubled my teaching salary, right? That's kind of crazy. If they've seen stuff from me, I'll tell people obviously that I'm super close to, but don't worry about what other people think. All right. So here are kind of the biggest ways to start to spread your organic traffic, to start to spread your message and get those followers. There are more and stuff is popping up. I don't necessarily do Twitter for my business. I just started Threads, which is Instagram. I'll probably get on Twitter too. I don't know, haven't really. So Twitter, Instagram, those are kind of big too. I think YouTube is probably the biggest one outside of TikTok, just because that has been known to last the longest and that has been known to kind of monetize the quickest. Or I would say maybe not the quickest, monetize the best, if that makes sense. If you get, I don't know, 20,000 followers, which could take a couple of years, right? But you can start to make consistent money every single year if you have a good number of subscribers, followers, and people watching your videos on YouTube. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on TikTok too, but that's kind of what I'm doing, and I'm probably going to post this on there as well. So Pinterest is big. I'm not super big on Pinterest, but I have had people that have definitely had a large reach on there. So I would go on there as well. Do as I say, not as I do. So there's going to be a link down below. It will be an affiliate link for repurpose.io. It won't change the price or anything. If you just want to type in repurpose.io and not use the affiliate link, that's cool too. You'll get a trial, and here's kind of what you will do. So let me pull up the billing real quick. So this is the current prices. Okay, these could change. You can, I have the $25 a month billing, and I have 5 different channels. I could do a yearly as well, and that price would go down. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I started this before I set up my kind of business bank account. So then you're going to do your connections, right? So I have YouTube, Facebook, Google Drive. So every TikTok that I post will automatically be backed up into my Google Drive, and it will automatically be going to Instagram. Here are all of the connections that you can do. This is also huge for podcasters as well, if you're interested in podcasting. So those are all the connections you can do. Again, mess with those. Obviously, like going from TikTok to SoundCloud, you're gonna have to mess with some stuff. You want a video. I haven't done it, but there are all of these connections here. And then you'll sign in, you'll create these connections with your accounts, and then in workflows, this will automatically do these things if I select it to auto. So I have it right now. I'm posting everything to TikTok first for the most part, right? So every time I post a TikTok, it will automatically go to my Google Drive because I have that on auto. And it will automatically go to my Instagram because I have that on auto. And I usually just go in here, and I should just have this auto as well for the YouTube. I just have not yet, unfortunately. So I should probably do that. You can also add different outros and things to YouTube. So I could automatically put an outro, like ending clip, right? If I made a TikTok and I could automatically have it add an outro that would say, hey, thanks for watching, subscribe if that's something you're interested in, or something along those lines, right? You could automatically have an outro there. So here are, again, all the workflows that I have. I have these on auto. Sometimes you will have to log back in here. You might get an email. They will like if Instagram updates or repurpose.io updates, they might be off a little bit and you might have to log back in and just redo the connection. It takes like 30 seconds. That might happen every, I don't know, 3 weeks, something, nothing crazy. So I have these automatically posting. And again, I want to do that so that I can grow my reach faster, grow my brand faster. And also, some of these, like TikTok, you have to have 1,000 followers for a link. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you do not have to have 1,000 followers. Pinterest, you don't have to have 1,000 followers. So that's another way to kind of start to monetize a little bit quicker, because you can put those links in your bio and descriptions right away, video descriptions on YouTube, stuff like that right away. So again, repurpose.io, there's a link down below that is an affiliate link. If you want to just type it in and sign up, that's cool too. But that has helped me grow my brand much faster. So here's your homework. I want you to look at these online marketplaces, look for some more, post a gig, post something that you could do for some money, start to get some reviews up there. It might take a little while to get someone to buy your gig, but start to post gigs, and then the quicker you can post gigs, the quicker people will get them, the quicker you can get some reviews. Do not sign up for something you are not an expert at. All right. Don't sign up for a website builder if you don't know how to build a great website, or at least a good website. I do not know how to. I know how to build a good website. I would not put a gig on Fiverr because I think there's going to be better people than me at that. So, but maybe if I did put a gig on there, maybe people would start giving me ratings, and I could monetize that. I'm just saying, post things that you are comfortable with, that you know how to do, right? So that's your homework. And then I would sign up for that repurpose. Again, that's below. That's an affiliate link, and start to grow your brand faster. So that's your homework tonight. Tomorrow, I'm sorry. Here are some ways to keep posting content. There is answerthepublic.com. You can create a free account, and I believe you get 3 searches a day right now. So I would type in something like affiliate marketing, and then it's going to tell me what people are asking about affiliate marketing. So those are kind of the questions that I could answer on my TikTok if I'm running low on ideas, right? Answer Socrates is the same thing. There's a couple more. These are the 2 that I will sometimes use. Tell your story though. Okay. Tell your story, create your brand. These are just things if you get stuck, but keep telling your story. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at monetization. I'm going to walk you through a quick sales funnel and a quick website through the software that I use, LeadVortex. And then we'll kind of get into some other things, creating a product on there that you could sell, and then kind of creating an email list as well, email autoresponder. All that is going to be through LeadVortex, as opposed to multiple other places that I used to have to do. So we'll get into that tomorrow. Do your homework, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, welcome to day 4. Today's gonna be a busy day. We got a lot of stuff to go over. We're going to be looking at monetization, setting up sales funnels, websites, kind of the difference between the 2. And we're also going to be looking at an email auto campaign, right? You're going to be collecting emails in your funnel or website. We set up an autoresponder, and then a little bit on how to do an offer. This stuff is going to be relatively basic, so I'm going to show you how to set stuff up, but I want you to kind of go through it and look at kind of how to mess with it. I want you to learn the actual skills. I don't want you copying a funnel or a website or anything like that, because then you're not actually learning the skills. and you can't customize it to your brand. So learn the skills. I'm going to give you a quick overview, and then yeah, have you guys on your way. So a little bit long, a little bit in depth. Again, take notes, rewatch it, whatever you want to do. So before we begin, let's look at the differences between a website and a funnel. All right. Excuse me. So a website's going to be what you see a lot of. That's a home for your business. It can showcase kind of everything your business does. You have multiple pages you can navigate through. All of these different pages, there's more for people to click. You have a page about what you sell, you have a page about your story, you have a page of video testimonials, however you want to structure this, right? You have all these different pages and people can pop around. The thing that's good for is branding. People get to know you a little bit more, right? They're going through all your stuff, they're seeing you more. They can look at your history, maybe. Again, those testimonials are good. That can be good for branding. That can be good for people getting to know you. The downfall of a website is there's no real direct path for someone to take, right? So they can kind of go all over and then they leave. They leave without giving you their email. They leave without, I don't know, bookmarking it, purchasing anything like that. That's called a bounce. So they went to your stuff and you didn't get anything. It's called a bounce. A funnel, on the other hand, is a series of pages. So you go from one page to the next page to the next page to the next page. However many pages you want, most of it's going to be 2 to 3, depending on what you're selling, obviously, upsell, stuff like that. I'll show you that here in a minute. So you have a direct path for your customer or client or whatever you want to call them that goes to your funnel. There's a direct path. They can't get to the next stage of a funnel until they opt in. So usually the first page is an opt-in page with a lead magnet. That's going to be saying like, put in your email for, let's do cooking today when I make these websites and emails and stuff like that. So put in your email for my free 5 favorite recipes, my free 5 ebook with my top 5 favorite recipes. That's your lead magnet. They'll opt in, sometimes called the bridge page. Then you have your main offer page. That's going to be, so they opted in. Your main offer would be something like, get my next 25 favorite recipes for $15, something along those lines, right? So you have that. That's your main offer. And then depending on if they buy or pass, you can take them to another funnel page. So you can kind of have 2 different paths. I'll show you what that looks like here in a minute. But again, this is a direct path for the customer. And usually you tend to get fewer bounces. Now, I kind of am somewhere in the middle. A lot of experienced marketers are going to lean more toward funnels, and they're probably better than me. My only downfall is this looks very markety, right? The funnel looks very markety. So there are ways to make it look less markety. And I can do some stuff on that in the future, but it looks very markety. So sometimes if I'm somewhat interested in something and I click on it and they want my email, I might just leave, right? So that is kind of the downfall of a sales funnel. And then another one is you can't see the whole story, right? You can't pop around and look at the history of your business or a bunch of different testimonials unless I put them on my sales funnel, which might be a little overwhelming if I put 20 different testimonials. I've seen people do it. You could, and I would kind of test everything that you do. But it looks very markety and they can't see your whole story. It does tend to get you more emails because, again, the only way to get to the next page is to get an email or purchase something or however you set this up, right? It is a series of pages ending in a final result. So let me just show you kind of the outline of a funnel, and then we'll create an offer. And then we will. What is this? Where's my whiteboard? Oh, I gotta do this. So sorry. Zoom, whiteboard. All right. So here's what you can do with a funnel, right? Here is, this is gonna be real ugly. I wish I had a regular whiteboard. My students would probably tell you it's not much better, but so here is my opt-in page. This is going to be where I get your email. Sorry. Okay. Then that will take me, wow, this is really bad, to my main offer page. Okay. So they put their email in, it takes me to my main offer page. I can set this up. So this is kind of like for write my first sale. Don't at me for my writing on a computer with a mouse. Again, it probably wouldn't be much better without it, but that's all right. So then what's cool about a sales funnel is if they say yes to this, yes, I can do, there's two kind of different schools of thought here. You could do an upsell or a lower offer sale. So if they just bought something for, let's say, 15 bucks, they bought my top 25 recipes. This is my 5 recipes, right? My opt-in, they get a free ebook. We'll set up an autoresponder to send that out. Then they go into my main offer, which is a $15 cookbook, top 25 recipes after the top 5. So I would specify that, right? If they say yes, there's two schools of thought here. You could do something cheaper than the 15 that would go with it. So this could be like desserts, my top 5 desserts for $5. Or you could do an upsell. Again, this would be if they said yes. So I would probably test these two and see which one converts better for you. Or you could do an upsell. So this would be $5 dessert. Or you could do an upsell for $50, and that would be maybe your top 100 recipes, something along those lines. Or you could say, I'll hop on a Zoom and cook with you. I don't know. You could do whatever you wanted with these offers, right? So you got their email, they opted in, they got the free cookbook, they went here to the main. This is both for yes. You can do a split test here, and I'll show you how to do that. Here's what's cool about a funnel. If they said no to this main offer of $15, you could do a lower price offer here. Maybe here's another $7 offer for your, this was 25 recipes. Maybe this is 10 recipes for $7. I don't know. Right. So this is kind of the beauty of a funnel. You have a path for the customer and you can set this up. So if they say no, I don't want this, they go to the next page. If they say yes, they do want this, they go to this page up here. That's the beauty of a funnel. It's a direct path for customers. You are taking them on. You set the path, right? That's what's cool about a funnel. All right, we're gonna set that up real quick and then let's just do that. So sorry. And we are going to do an email as well, an email marketing campaign. So I can kind of do the same thing, right? So I'm going to set this up. They opted in to my email. So here's my first email. Okay. This is email 1. This is my free ebook. And in this email, I'd probably say something along the lines of like, hey, tell your email provider I'm not spam. Join my Facebook group. Check out, come back to my website. Anything like that, right? Now you have their email. Then I can set up something where we'll go 2 different schools of thought here. So this is my 5 recipes. So this is my first email. Second email, we can say we're going to wait 4 days, and you can specify this depending on your offer. 4 days. Hopefully by then they tried one of these recipes. You're going to check in here and say, hey, hope by now you've tried one of my recipes. Let me know what you think in my Facebook group. Or if you want to check out more, come back to my website, or here's a special offer for their ebook if they did not, if for your main offer, if they did not buy it when they opted in, right? I could then wait another day or 2 or 3 or a week, let's say 1 week. And I'm going to kind of send something similar where it's, hey, I hope you had time to try a couple of my recipes. If you're interested in more, check it out. Join our Facebook group where we talk about more recipes and what we've changed, altered, whatever, right? You want to get them engaging with you because that's when you build your trust to actually make a sale. All right. That's my school of thought, at least. So we can do this. We can also do something like we just did with a funnel, where I have my first email. And if I could send them on 2 different paths, right? If they did not buy, then they go down this path for an email autoresponder. If they did buy, they go down this path for an email autoresponder. This path might be more nurturing a little bit. They've already bought, and getting them engaged, and then maybe doing your next upsell in a little while, right? You just gave them 25 recipes or whatever you sold them. So maybe you wait a little while to start doing offers here, but you still want to be engaging with them, whether that's in a Facebook group, email, whatever. Yeah. So there's that. Now let me show you how to actually do it. Okay. This is called Lead Vortex. It is through Go High Level. You can pretty much do everything on this software. Okay. There's a free 14-day trial down below. I would hold off on that because I have an offer coming for you at the end of this that you'll kind of get this for free for a year. So yeah, but this is my favorite software. It replaces a bunch of stuff. You can build funnels, you can build websites, email autoresponder. You can do like something like kind of like a link tree, page of links, all this different stuff on this software platform. They have everything here. This is the best that I have used, and it is saving me about $70 a month because I used to have one email or one. I used to pay $100 for funnel building. I used to pay $15 for email. I used to pay $15 for a link tree. So it's saving me a good amount of money every single month. Right now, the price is $97 a month. But again, I have a special, there's 14 days down below, and I'll have a special offer for you at the end here too. So, but let's create an offer here real quick. So we can create a product in here. I did a test cookbook. Let's do another one. Build my own. Test cookbook 2. Create product. And then obviously here, I'm gonna have it published. I would not do it like this. I would create it as a PDF, and I would do something in Canva to make it look more professional, especially kind of your first couple, right? So maybe once you build trust with your audience, they might be cool with just a Word document. Hey, here's how you make beef stroganoff. Boom, everything listed out. But at the beginning, you want to look professional. I would say you want to look professional all the time, but if you just want to get stuff out there before you make it look pretty to existing customers, that's cool. Maybe tell them that you'll send them the updated copy once you're finished with it. But I would do something on Canva just to make it look prettier. Do a thumbnail, pictures of your food, obviously, whatever you're selling, woodworking, whatever. So add a file, add a thumbnail here. You can do a video. This is where I'm going to be posting this course that I'm doing right now. So I have my offer. I can do another one to do an upsell later. I can do all that stuff. So now let's go email marketing. We're going to create a new campaign. No. So you can create a new campaign here. You can create a template so that everything will look the same coming from you. So for example, this is my template. And what's cool about this is you can create custom fields right here, right? So if I go over here, I own all of these emails. No one can take that away from me. Facebook can't take that away from me. TikTok can't take that away from me. Instagram can't take that away from me. I own all these. I can export all of these. I can do all that stuff. It will tell me if they open an email. It will tell me if they clicked an email. Let me try to find one that says bounced. Unsubscribe. That's cool. Don't worry about people unsubscribing from you. That means they're not going to buy from you. Doesn't matter. All right. I don't see one that, oh, there we go. Bounced, right? So it keeps track of stuff. That's cool. But biggest thing is I own all these emails. I can sort all these emails if I have multiple offers. So maybe this one is for my cookbook. And then I have another group for my woodworking course or whatever, right? Whatever I'm selling. I can sort those based on that, and I can send a bulk email saying, hey, I got a new cookbook coming out. Let me know if you're interested. I don't know, however you want to word that, right? But I own all these emails. Facebook can ban you. I know someone who has a group. He's a multi six-figure marketer, and he got banned for 30 days, or I don't know. He can get on Facebook, but he can't post anything for 30 days because in his group he said, hey, I'll shoot that offer over to you, and Facebook flagged it. So you own all this. No one can take it away. If my TikTok got banned tomorrow, I could email all these people and say, hey, go follow my new TikTok. There's how many? 148 in this group. I have more elsewhere. So I can do that. Own your contacts. That's the biggest thing here. You're gonna incorporate your email in here. There's a video on how to do this when you get it set up. There's a bunch of training videos on here. I'm going to walk you through kind of the basics, but again, I want you to get in here. So, sorry, that was kind of a ramble. So again, I can create a email campaign that looks all the same, right? As I just showed you, you could create something like this. So all of your emails look the same. And then you're going to create a path like I showed you on the whiteboard. So let's do that here. Let's create a workflow. We're going to start from scratch. I could have imported from a campaign. So my workflow trigger is the contact was created. Contact was created. I got their email info. My first is I'm going to send an email. This is my first email. So this would be this from Chris Cooks. From my email, obviously I would type this in. You have to, again, incorporate your email, get a professional email there. Also you also do have to buy a domain. So a good one to buy a domain with, I use Namecheap. Another one would be GoDaddy. There's a bunch more, but you'll buy a domain. You'll buy your domain and you'll incorporate that in here. But anyways, so my subject is ebook. I can select a template that I created, or I'm just going to go from scratch. Obviously, I would add my attachment, I would add my ebook, right? So here is your free ebook. I hope you enjoy. Let us know how you like the recipes. Join my private Facebook group here. Then I would obviously make that a link. Also, what's cool about this software is I can input all my stuff in here, right? So I have my Facebook group inputted into kind of my settings. And then anytime I do a link and I hit Facebook group, there's kind of a shortcut where I don't have to go back to Facebook and copy and paste that every time. Same thing with like my YouTube channel, right? All that stuff. So don't forget to mark this as not spam so you know who. Don't forget to mark this as not spam so you know when we are having special offers. However you want to word this. I would obviously do it better than this and take more time than this, but I just wanted to get you guys kind of going, right? Add attachment. You can send your test email to show you how it looks. I would recommend doing that. I always sign up for my email campaigns just so I know that they are working. So I know that they're going out. I've never had any issues with this software, but I still sign up for them just so I know. So I'm going to save that. That's my first email. Okay. Now we can do two different things, like I said on the whiteboard, right? So I can do if or else. So if they buy, they'll go on one path. If they don't buy, they'll go on a different path. Or I could just wait. We're going to wait 4 days. And then I'm going to send another email. And this is going to be something like subject, did you try? Obviously, I'd make it more appealing than that again. This is super quick. And I'm also not great at copywriting. So, but did you try the recipes, right? Get something where they'll open it. Okay. Select a template again. I hope you had a chance. I hope you had a chance to try at least one of our recipes. Let us know how it was. Again, maybe join our, if you're not a part of our Facebook group, join it where we talk about cooking tips, tricks, whatever, right? All that stuff. You want to engage with your audience. You want to build that trust. You could put in here again, if they a link to your website, you already have their email. So maybe now it's time to get to your website where they can explore more and they can go to a list of all of your products. Okay, so you could obviously put a hyperlink in here for your website. You could do one more free promo, right? Here's my favorite dessert. Boom. One more file, one more Canva, good looking picture thing, chocolate lasagna. I don't know. My wife just got that at Olive Garden for her birthday. Okay. So save that. Boom. All of these should be coming from the same email. Also, obviously, you'll incorporate your email in here. So this is just the start of one. I've had a workflow that was 40 emails long before. I don't like to email people every day. There are more experienced marketers that do. I just feel like unless people are, there are very few people, I guess, that I want to get an email from every day that I don't personally know, if that makes sense. But that's completely up to you. Again, I would test this and see how it works. All right. So we create an offer. We have our email workflow. Let's save this. And now we need to create our website and our funnel. And then these, for the most part, should be good to go. Again, these are going to be super simple. You can do from blank or from templates. Create a template for your brand. You can create colors for your brand. So this is going to be a funnel. Again, this is a series of websites. Okay. There's only one path for the most part. So here's my opt-in page. This is my first page. Don't worry too much about the path. You can import from ClickFunnels. That's one of the more popular funnel building softwares, but they don't do as much as this, in my opinion. So again, we can use existing or create from blank. Let's create from blank. I want these all to look the same. Same with the website. So boom, boom, boom. Chris Cooks. If I can type. Chris Cooks. Add another line, another row. Let's go here. This is my opt-in page. All right. Oh, there's one more thing I gotta show you. I'll do this real quick. Enter your email for my top 5 recipes. I will send those over to your email right away. So you might want to put obviously some pictures in here, maybe a video testimonial, or you could, if you had a TikTok on, right, something like one of your favorite meals, you could put that in here and you'd say, hey, right, something along those lines. I can change all of this stuff. So we'll make this red. This is going to be ugly. I understand. I just want you to show you kind of what you can do with all of this. We'll make this bold. We'll make that red too. And let's make the background black. Or I could do a custom image, or I can do a custom color, and I can save this color, right? So I can save this color so that I know what it is. I'm going to make it white just so you guys can see everything. Mine is black on my actual website, but that's after, obviously, I usually do that after I change everything so it's easier. Okay. So this is where we're going to put in our form. I will show you how to create a form real quick. This is a super basic form, first name and email. Okay. You can do full name, you can do first name, last name. Let's show you how to do that real quick. That's right here, form builder. Okay, I can create surveys, I can do all this stuff. Let's create a form, start from scratch. Super easy to do. Form content, full name, email, phone number. I can drag these. I could have email first. I can drag these, address, city, obviously depending on what you're doing. People are less likely to put your stuff in there. We'll do our button. This will say submit down here. Okay. Again, I can take this off, full name. Let's take off phone. We could do, I don't know, a bunch of different stuff, right? Depending on what you're selling. So this is going to be form 15. I want at least their first name in here. I don't know if I showed you on the email. I can select like, hey, custom field first name. So if I have their emails and I know their first name, it will automatically fill that in. So they'll say, hey, Chris, here's your free ebook. So obviously you're not typing that every time. All right, so we got that form in. Let's go back to our funnel. It was this one. This one. Let's get rid of this form and let's do the form that I just created. It was form 15 right there. Boom. There is your form. I can add more stuff here. So let's actually. I can add my image. And you will upload images to this. Here are the ones that I have uploaded. So boom, let's move this up. There's the top. Okay. There's my landing page. Again, I would make this look prettier. I would make it look more how you want your brand, and I would have all of your pages, your funnels, your websites look very, very similar, right? So maybe the same, if you have a background color, same color background. If you have text color, same color text. You want it to look very, very similar. I might have this on each page. That's the heading of each of my pages. Okay, so this is done. Ooh, sorry. One more thing. Here's my form. So if they click that button, I'm going to have it go to the next step in the funnel. Okay, let's create the next step in the funnel. This is going to be our main offer. Add new step. Main offer. Don't worry too much about the path. Again, you can import from ClickFunnels. Create blank. I want this to look very similar to my last one. I would recommend creating a template just so you know kind of what, so it's less work once you do that. But so I want this to look the same. So I want the image to be my header. I created this on Canva. I would possibly change this to fit. One thing you should do is you should always check what it looks like on mobile. Okay. Most of your traffic, about 90% of my traffic comes from mobile. So I want to make sure that it looks good on mobile. I like to edit it in desktop and then make sure that it looks good on mobile. It usually does. I think I've had an issue one time, but just make sure. Where I've had to change something. It wasn't really an issue. It was just I had to change something. So now I want to say here, they just opted into my ebook, right? I just got their email. So my ebook is on the way from my autoresponder that I set up. You have to publish a couple things and integrate them, but it's super simple. Your ebook is on the way. You should receive your free ebook in the next 5 to 10 minutes. It should be like 1, but just give them kind of some grace period just in case. You should receive your free ebook in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Please don't forget to check your spam mailbox and mark my email as not spam. You could also say in here to whitelist an email, which is basically saying someone wants to see it every single time. I can make a video on how to do that. It's super simple. Yeah. So you should receive your free ebook in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Don't forget to check your spam mailbox and mark my emails as not spam. So you can get more of, you could say weekly newsletters, however you want to structure this, right? One free recipe a month however you want to do that. So you can get more, I'm just going to say communication from us. I wouldn't write this on an actual page. I'm just kind of going by the seat of my pants right now. Get more communication from us. All right, so now I'm going to insert my offer that I created. That's going to be down here. Okay. Then they'll have an offer. You have to integrate your pay information in here and it will go through. So PayPal, Stripe, bunch of different ones, and it can integrate into this software and it will tell you immediately once you log into here how many people bought, how many people bounced, all that stuff. So it's great at keeping track of data. So again, I would make this look all the same. I might do, I'd probably put like something here along the lines of your next offer, right? So if you want to get my next 25 best recipes for the price, and the price will usually shut down below too, depending on how you structure that, for the price of $10. Again, this is really bad writing. Take more time than I'm doing right now. I just wanted to get you guys rolling. If you want to get my next 25 best recipes for the price of $10, check out the link below or order that below. And again, I might insert in here some testimonials, maybe a video testimonial talking about how great the recipes are, something along those lines. Okay, so I got that. And then now I have my opt-in, my main offer. I'm going to add my last step. You could obviously have a 7-step funnel. That's up to you. Test it out. Marketers should always be testing, right? So my main offer. Now, again, there's 2 options here. You could have an upsell offer. So if they bought that $10, 25 next recipes, maybe do something for 50. Or you could go down to $5 as kind of a bonus offer. I would test stuff, right? So this is going to be an upsell. It's going to be the same thing as my main offer, essentially. And you can create a split test, right? So the only difference here, this is going to be $5, my dessert. This is going to be $50, 100 recipes, something along those lines. And then you could create a split test, and this will give you kind of data on what is converting more and what you're making more money from. Obviously, maybe your $5 one is converting more, but you want to see how much more money you're making per person. Okay, so you could create a split test and it will give you that data. All right, start creating in here. And yeah, obviously, again, change this. I want you guys to watch this. Obviously, that's why I'm putting it out. But I want you to, a lot of people are going to say, hey, copy my funnel. I don't want you to do that. All right. I want you to get in here. I want you to mess with this. I want you to create templates because these are high income skills. This is website building. This is a high income skill that you are going to know how to do now. Okay. If you copy someone else's funnel, if you copy someone else's website, you're not going to know how to do it. All right. So mess with it, test stuff, see what works. All right. Let's create a website real quick. There are templates in here. Okay. Here's a template. This is Dom. He's one of my mentors. He's awesome. So these are templates. Don't change these. Obviously, it says don't delete or modify, but you have some in here that you will change, or you can create from scratch. Okay, so let's do that from blank again. We want this to look like our funnel. We want all these to look the same. So this is going to be pretty much the same thing as what we just did. The only difference is we won't have a specific path, as I said, right? So here we go, new page. Let's make this our links page, maybe. And don't worry about the path right now. Again, we can create ClickFunnels. I want this all to look the same. So that means my picture is going to be the heading on each one. Okay. Obviously, use your picture. I'd make sure it goes all the way here. This is my YouTube, I think, banner. So that's why I have it up there. Anyways. All right. This is going to be my links page. So I might want to put in here, well, let's wait. Welcome to Chris Cooks, where I share my favorite healthy-ish recipes with you. I want to make cooking fun again. Something along those lines, okay? I could say something along the lines of enter your email for my top 5 recipes. If I can type. Enter your email for my top 5 recipes. Enter your email for my free ebook with my top 5 recipes in here. This is a website, but I still want to get their email. I own their email. Again, we talked about that. Okay. So this is kind of how I have my links page structured. And then also in here, I can do the backgrounds, all that stuff. It looks very similar to the funnel builder that we just used. I can do a navigation bar here, like you would see. So a navigation bar up top or wherever you would want it, really, where I have a link of all my pages, right? So homepage, links, my story, where you tell your story, obviously. Shop, where you have all your products listed. Contact me, where you have your email, professional email that you put through here. You can get your emails in here and send them through here as well. There's an app for this on your phone too. So contact us. You'll have your email. You'll have all of your socials linked and listed. So your Facebook group, your Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, however, all that stuff's listed on your contact us page. Obviously, if you want it there, I would do some testimonial, maybe a testimonials page once you get enough clients and testimonials, all that stuff here. Okay, so I just did that. I'm going to add my form again. Form 15, like we had in our funnel. Boom. Okay. Here's the difference between a website and a funnel one more time. A website does not have a direct path. A website, you can kind of go anywhere. Obviously, if they click this, I would take them to a different website. And this might be, I could make another website for my upsell page. Or, I don't know, I could kind of do like the thank you, or I could send them to actually my funnel that I just created. So a bunch of different ways to do this. I just want to get you guys kind of going. There are a bunch more in-depth trainings in here. Let me save this. And I'll show you one thing. So there's templates in here. Templates in here. You can work on this. Get in here, start creating. Okay. So there's a. All right. So they actually just changed a bunch of stuff on the software that I just showed you and all that stuff. So I got a couple of different options here. And I'll update this if it changes again. But right now, the fourth wall challenge right here, that's going to be a free course on how to use Lead Vortex. That should be in your Google Doc. It's free for 30 days. And after the 30 days, if you don't cancel, you will have to start paying for the software, right? I pay for the software every month. But again, it has saved me a bunch of money because I canceled 3 other subscriptions. So that's one option. They will also kind of help you get started on your digital offer that you want to make to your audience. So it's going to kind of take my training to the next level. There are gurus out there, and right now they're doing a Zoom every week, so that you can go and ask questions and all that stuff. I've gone to the last 2. It is pretty beginner friendly, so I don't know if I'll go to them every week. But if you join and want me to go and bounce anything off me that you didn't understand in there, just let me know and I can try to make it, as long as nothing interferes with that. So that's an option there. Fourth wall challenge. Again, it's going to teach you how to use that Lead Vortex software a little bit more, and then give you maybe some more ideas on your own digital product. You could do that. You could start there, or if you want to check out the Anonymous Influencer membership, that's right here. This is what I do. This is where I make 99% of my money through the world's largest online retailer. This has made me double my teaching salary this year. So you could check that out. Again, that's going to kind of walk you through the process of getting approved and kind of what they're looking for in terms of things changing. And the biggest thing is the terms of service, because there's a bunch of other courses out there where people are getting banned. They're teaching you the wrong way. They're teaching you stuff that is going to get you kicked off of that online retailer. And if you get kicked off of that online retailer, they won't pay you. So that is an option too. Those are kind of where I would start if you've made it this far. So if you're still struggling with some digital products or what your niche might want to be, or if you just want to go with that software, that fourth wall challenge is a good starting point. Again, it's free for a month. And right now they have Zooms every week. I think they're going to go to every other week soon. They just kind of rolled this out. So that is a good starting point. Again, the other kind of area to get into would be once you get your social media account going, or even there's more training in this too on kind of how to get it going, but doing that Anonymous Influencer membership, and that's going to walk you through the approval process of that world's largest online retailer. And again, that's where I make 99% of my money, probably 95%. So yeah, join my Facebook group. Let me know what questions you have. If you want to talk through kind of your next steps, I'm happy to do so, especially if you've made it this far. So yeah, DMs are open. Let me know how I can help and kind of where you want to go. If you have other ideas outside of these things, you can bounce those off me too. I've spent, thousands of dollars on different trainings, so I probably have maybe some knowledge, not everything, but my mentors are way better than me, but some knowledge on kind of quite a few things to make some money online. So check those out. Join my Facebook group. Let me know how I can help. So appreciate you. Yeah, hopefully talk to you soon.